22. His special election picks, he's a loser politically in every sense of the word, but nobody will turn their back on him.
He just won as president.
He did this time, yeah. But after 4 years of like losing elections, what I'm saying
we got the apprentice back.
He threw paper towels at Puerto Ricans and he talked about nuking hurricanes, but he never did the "you're fired" line. That's wild.
Well, he never put Hillary in a fucking dungeon like you promised us. You think I'm a Republican?
Woke cuck Destiny gets schooled by Adam Friedland in this clip from the Adam Friedland Show, as Destiny is debating Adam Friedland about Donald Trump, and not only does Destiny embarrass himself with this exchange with Adam Friedland exposing some big holes in Destiny's logic, but Destiny does a really good job exposing on his own why he hates the middle class so much. Because unlike those evil Nazi bastards on the right, Destiny is a good, wholesome person. Let's check it out.
They say that he's our guy, and that's why he's lying, and that's why we like it. He's lying for us.
But it's because he has like a very large conservative media sphere to draw from that are all supportive of him as the candidate, so he can do a lot of shows where he's never held accountable. But the left doesn't really have that.
MSNBC?
There's more commitment on the right to like a sycophantic support of the candidate, right? Like when Biden had his pretty bad debate performance, right? If Trump had a performance like that, do you think Fox News or the Daily Wire are like calling, maybe Trump needs to step down as a candidate? That's never, ever happened.
You're saying that Fox News is like state media.
They're Trump media.
You occupied a position that that he was mentally competent to run for president again?
Like mentally competent and like fast enough to do like the debating stuff, I think are two different things.
We saw him debate Trump 4 years before that.
Do you think that's dementia?
The entire like liberal media apparatus was like, well, actually, when you talk to him, he's fine. And I do think the American people felt like, well,
wait. Do you
like
think
bullshit.
you think after that debate, you think the liberal media apparatus
prior
was
to that even?
Yeah, prior to that, because they'd heard that. But do you think that they were lying about that, or do you think that that's just what they were hearing?
I do think that they lost the faith of the electorate.
I'm not asking. I'm asking. Do you think they lied about it? Or do you think they were hearing that, and so they reported because they thought it was true?
I think people were afraid of Donald Trump winning, maybe.
And the way to be sure that you'd beat Donald Trump is to lie about Biden, so when he goes on stage and he has dementia, everybody
the other
thinks
guy's
you're crazy.
not retarded. Yeah.
Yeah, but then why wouldn't he have just avoided the debates?
If you want to beat Trump, you should have a guy that's not retarded.
Yeah, but then I'm just saying, what I'm saying is conspiracy theories used to be good, but like this one doesn't even make sense.
It's not a conspiracy.
It is, because you're alleging with no evidence that all of them knew that Biden was gonna fuck that debate up, but they all said he wouldn't, and then he had the debate anyway.
No,
this only works if he doesn't have the debate.
I'm not alleging that. What I'm alleging is that we were told that, maybe he sounds like shit right now, but behind closed doors,
you're repeating this. My question is, do you think they were lying about that, or do you think they genuinely believed it?
I think it tracked as bullshit to everyone.
I feel like with Destiny asking this type of a question, like he's trying to justify it somehow and make the mainstream media not really responsible for either lying or being completely wrong the entire time. Like, either these people are going along with it or they're incompetent. Like when they tried to say, oh, Biden, he's competent behind closed doors. At that point, I don't know about you folks. Let me know in the comments what you think. But I felt like you are trying to tell me to not believe my own eyes. Because when I watched Joe Biden speak, this old senile man who doesn't know what's going on, Joe Biden hiding in the basement. Everyone knew 5 years ago that Joe Biden was mentally incompetent then. And now we know from Robert Hur's report, I believe it was 2016, that he was incompetent then. Meaning Joe Biden should have been mentally disqualified from being in any of these positions for practically the last decade. And yet the entire left apparatus, the politicians, everyone, just turn a complete blind eye. And Destiny's going to act like the left doesn't have... They didn't have MSNBC, they didn't have the New York Times, they didn't have the Washington Post, they didn't have CNN, they didn't have the LA Times. I mean, on and on. All of the big institutions, they didn't have any of that. Really? Like, this is what Destiny does. He just cherry picks which facts he wants to follow to fit the narrative because he doesn't want to ever admit that he's actually wrong about anything. Folks, if you're going to listen to someone else say, oh, well, behind closed doors, he's really okay, and not believe your own eyes, like you're just stupid. But Destiny is arguing semantics at this point. Either they're incompetent to do their job, or they got paid to go along with it, which now we basically know they got paid to go along with it. And all of these newscasters, more or less, not only, like, it's not that they're just lying to themselves. Like, they know what's going on. They know it. They're just lining themselves and everyone else to go along with it. Why? Because Rachel Maddow, Joy Reid, they've been making millions and millions for years to do it. If you got paid tens of millions of dollars a year to lie, you're going to tell me there's not a whole lot of people out there who would do that? Yeah, there are. And it's clearly the mainstream media. Let me know what you think so far in the comments. Leave a like and let's get back in.
Right. You're still not answering the question, but that's okay. Like from what I perceive, like we're in different worlds, right? That after Biden had that debate, the whole Democratic world fell apart. They were like, he's got to go. We got to get this guy out of here. This is horrible. This is terrible. Donald Trump will never have a response like that in the right-leaning world, ever. He lost in 2020. His candidates lost in 2022. His special election picks, he's a loser politically in every sense of the word, but nobody will turn their back on him.
He just won as president.
He did this time, yeah. But after 4 years of like losing elections, what I'm saying
we got the apprentice back.
He threw paper towels at Puerto Ricans and he talked about nuking hurricanes, but he never did the "you're fired" line. That's wild.
Well, he never put Hillary in a fucking dungeon like he promised us. You think I'm a Republican?
No.
I think what the Democratic Party's message these days is pretty much you can't get health care, but we painted a rainbow crosswalk.
And all those people with like pre-existing conditions that can like switch jobs now, they're not enslaved to one company for the rest of their lives because they can't get health insurance. It's the same shit, right? Do you have any chronic conditions?
Big
The standards of living, and by every measurable thing, I think people's lives have gotten better, but I think we feel a lot based on like what we're being told and like what's in our environment around us. I think this is evidenced by the fact that Donald Trump could go on stage and like, weren't you better off 4 years ago? And everybody's like, yeah. And it's like 4 years ago we were in fucking lockdowns and the world was horrible.
I mean, like there's that statistic about like 50% of Americans can't afford $1,000 emergency.
Yeah, but like those things, like 70% of people live paycheck to pay. Like people, I don't know how I feel about those. Those are weird ones, yeah.
But living paycheck to paycheck is stressful, right?
I'm gonna be honest, okay?
Yeah.
I hate the middle class. When I was poor, okay, middle class people, they spend like they're rich and they LARP like they're poor people. And when I was poor, middle class people always act like they're so much more than they really do. And now that I'm rich, middle class complain like they're working class and they're not.
That's just that's just a weird perspective.
It's not. It's correct. It's absolutely right. A middle class guy will say shit like, "I live paycheck to paycheck. I can barely afford like the 4th car payment we have when we got our 2nd child a car. Like it's like stressful out here. Like we only went to Disney World twice this year. That's like a middle class like paycheck to paycheck.
That's your personal gripes with people. You should get people more money. The government.
Yeah, but like,
and you should offer a tangible way.
I mean, folks, let me know how you feel in the comments. But I find it amusing that Destiny always wants to act so moral and ethical, yet he's so open with, I just hate the middle class. I just hate conservatives. I just hate MAGA. Like, he's so honest about just being open to hating other people. But yet, he wants to come off as the better. But Donald Trump and all those supporters are Nazis. I mean, this is the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, literally, let me know in the comments. But I find it amusing that he wants to still live in his own little delusional bubble to where he's okay, especially now that he's a millionaire, now that he doesn't have to live paycheck to paycheck, now that I never thought of the middle class exactly the way he does. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know. I guess I'm sort of middle class now. Not really. I mean, trying to do better. But, I mean, just the disdain that he shows for them, like, I don't get it. I don't understand why. I mean, he hates rich people now. Like, shouldn't he be hating himself according to his own logic? Like all the richies. Like you're the millionaire, Destiny. Like, why not share the wealth? Why not help these people instead of just bitching and complaining all the time? I mean, Destiny can believe whatever he wants that Donald Trump was a failed politician, whatever. He's won 2 out of 3 elections, and now he has the Senate, the House, and the popular vote. He increased his vote count every single election. So Destiny can, again, continue to live in his own little bubble. But I just find it funny that he basically just projects all the things that he is onto everyone else. While everyone else is going to keep winning, and it's going to keep causing Destiny to go crazier and crazier, which is going to be increased fun for all of us to watch. But let me know how you feel in the comments below and what you thought about what Adam Friedland had to say to Destiny in this clip from the Adam Friedland Show. Thanks for watching. Take care, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.